Hello diary, this is April 29, 2026. I believe it's almost 2 months since I started this vlog things. Then it's been like 30 times of recording my own vlog with this camera. Then I feel like getting more comfortable with these vlog things. Then at first, recording myself is not a good idea, making me comfortable. But now I think I'm not that excited like before. Then I'm getting more confident. I'm getting stable when I watch when I stare at the lens. It's like looking at myself on the mirror. Right now I'm getting more confident about I'm gonna be more fluent and proficient about my English speaking skills, and even realized my English level is not that high. Like I concluded about B2 level, but I don't think. Now I realized it's not that high. My English level is from B1 level, and a little bit of spike with topics that are familiar with me. So now I'm B1 level, and my goal is to reach out to C1 level, IELTS 7.5 or 8.0. In terms of TOEIC, perfect score in TOEIC speaking test, 200 point, advanced high band. Right now I had the record of 180 point on TOEIC speaking test. Band is advanced middle, and in terms of TOEIC writing test, I got 180 and advanced high. But my ultimate goal is 200 point perfect score on both tests. And also my first objective is getting a perfect score on TOEIC test, the LC and RC. I mean, when I want to say perfect score, it should be 100%. So there's some graphs on your result paper. Then you see these the percentage things. You know, I got 100% on a couple of graphs, but not all of them. So my goal is get all graphs 100%. Anyway, today, April 29th, 2026, I had a moment of truth, realizing my true English level, and at the same time, I realized, I finally understood the concept of shadowing. Number one, shadowing. Most of the Koreans, including me, are misunderstanding the concept of shadowing. Until today, I thought shadowing is kind of practice to improve your proficiency and your intonation and pronunciations, and these kind of improving your sound quality, and try to mimic the sound of native speakers, but now I realize it was totally wrong, because we do shadowing with transcript all the time. That's a problem. And when you try to shadow, you just follow the sound. You just try to make the sound right after the native speakers speaking. It's totally wrong way. You have to wait until, we used this kind of method long before, like 80s, 90s, even 70s. I believe there's a practical way to learn a language. They say, usually English instructors or English teachers, they say, listen and repeat after me. Then that means you have to make the sentence that you heard just before from your teacher or your record or whatever sound source you just hear. Then you have to mimic, or you have to repeat. It's basically not sounding like someone or sounding like native speakers. It's reconstructing, rebuilding, and reproducing the exact sentence in your own words. So try to be accurate about this mimicking, copying the sound is one of the best way to improving your language skills. And as I mentioned many times before to my fellow Qualcomm English members, and whenever I meet people and have chance to talk about the language things, then I emphasize my own theory of PRISM. PRISM is a theory. I invented it. PRISM is virtual. It's not a real one, but when you are looking through this prism, you see the language pillar, and this language pillar, you have your own mother tongue language pillar, and if you master a second language, then you have second language pillar. So whenever you look through this prism, language prism, then you will see these 4 segments of pillars. Each segment is called physical logic, and vocal logic, and graphical logic, and lastly meta area. The first, physical logic, is kind of the real things, tangible things. You can watch, you can hear. Mostly you can watch, you can touch, you can feel these languages. The languages you make expressing through your facial expressions and your body languages. Whole kinds of physical things are belonging to this area, physical logic. Then next step is the vocal logic. I named it. In this stage, actually the language is developing through this sequence. Physical logic first, and vocal logic, and graphical logic, then meta area. The whole connected to each other, and the whole circular in motion and in a connection. But basically, without vocal logic, you can't improve your graphical logic in your language. Then, even though physical area is connected with meta area, but you Okay, don't go further. Anyway, vocal logic. Language is starting from sound languages, always. That's why you studied English for a long time, 30, 40 years of studying or teaching. Then whenever you try to speak to native speakers or speak in English, then you frustrated, you despair, you have this whiteout in your head, suddenly you feel like you're stuck in somewhere in the basement when you try to say something. That is because you never developed a vocal logic area. So how I'm seeing and what I'm seeing through this language prism is for these 4 segments of the language pillar, you have to develop the vocal logic first. Then you can master the graphical area and meta area too. So how do you develop this area, this stage, vocal logic? I think Shredding is one of the fastest way to improve this logic, this language of logic, this logic of language, whatever. This you have to at the very beginning stage, at the very beginning, you have to follow the sound of native speakers, and you have to try to mimic the sound from scratch, like from word and some collocation words and some independent words connected to each other, and to carry your meaning. Then finally you have this simple sentence, and later more complex sentence, and you're getting more accurate about grammar rules and everything. But you never did it. So we Koreans have misconception about this kind of language developing process. And even when we try to shadow, we always use transcripts. We always depend on the letters and written materials that we can read. So when you're shadowing, if you do this with written materials, so it's not just mimicking the sound. You at the same time, you're literally making the sounds, but with the transcript, you are just improving your reading skills. That's it. And at the same time, you can improve your pronunciation and intonation. That's it. But no logics in your mind, in your language pillar. No logic, zero logics are growing. So that's why I spent a lot of time just practicing and listening to podcasts and watching movies and TV shows and everything. Then try to listen to audiobooks while I'm driving. And these days it's one good way to learn a language is having a conversation with AIs in your target language. But it's like basic training, like a jogging. You want to be a good boxer, you want to be a marathoner, you want to be a what else? Professional baseball player, or you want to be a soccer player, baseball player, whatever. you have to jog, basic training. You have to run every morning. Whenever you have a chance, you have to improve and make your stamina stand longer than your opponent, and you have to improve your you have to make your muscles stronger. That is basic training. So the language logic, vocal logic is like a muscle in your language, muscle in your body. You have to have a big, thick muscles with big bones to be proficient in your target language. That way, that is making almost all things different, I believe. So, shadow, I said it very long, I'm sorry, but please shadow without transcript, that's it. And second, I'm going to start from scratch. As I did snowballing with a bunch of books, I continue to this kind of method of practicing, and I'm gonna shadow with a simple storybook. Maybe I will make one, or definitely I can make one. Use some of the vocabulary books or some phrasal verb books. I have whole series of collection of grammar books. Maybe I can use these grammar books to compose a simple story, basic story, easy story. Then I'm going to shadow these simple essays and simple novel, simple stories. Then number 3, driving. While I'm driving or having a ride in a bus or whatever, when I commute, I'm gonna shadow too with these easy materials, and whenever I have a chance I can speak with AIs, I will do. And I'm gonna prepare the TOEIC speaking test with AI, especially Claude. Claude is one of the best at the moment right now. And I will keep doing vlogging like this. I'm gonna record myself day by day. Then I can see how I improve my English skills and how bad I am, or at some maybe I will show my weak point over and over again and never correct my wrong grammars or wrong expressions. Like this one, I constantly have fillers like or. There's bad habit, I think. And by doing blogging, I think I have reduced this bad habit of mine in half, I think. So at least I'm improving. Number 5, I read books. Yeah, I'm reading books, but I will read more books in English. Almost 1,500 books in my bookshelves, and kind of half of them never read until now. Some of the books are over 20 years since I bought them, but still not finished it. So I'm planning to finish them all by this year, 2026. That's it for today. Number 1, shadowing. Number 2, I'm gonna start from scratch. Means easy books and simple story and snowballing, and I'm gonna shadow and have a conversation with AIs while I'm driving. Then number 4, blogging. I keep doing this. I'm pretty confident about vlogging. I strongly recommend you guys try this one. Every morning or every, just before you go to bed, you just try to record the things about your day, or what you're thinking and your feelings, your regrets, your hopes, your goals, your plan, what you're doing, and the results and your progress or whatever. Just record yourself. What an era to live in, It's on your hand. It's not a fancy or a luxury hobby. It's recording yourself. Maybe 30 years ago it was kind of expensive hobby, recording things. But nowadays it's on your fingertip. Then read books. Read as many as books possible. So everyone has, like I said, everyone has their own language pillars and language reservoirs. Language reservoirs means the expansion of your logic. It is the mass of your knowledge, mass of your vocabulary, mass of your language logics. It's everything. So without big language reservoir, you are just this big. You are a small person. You're not that intelligent. So I strongly recommend you read books. Then your consciousness would expand beyond your limitation. Thanks for watching. That's it for today.